Hey guys, I wanted to film a quick kind of cleaning routine update. So as you guys know, we're gonna have the Home Sweet Home series, which is going to be on Fridays when I have something to post, where basically I'm going through a different area of our house and sprucing it up. Yes, I am deep cleaning them, but it's more so deep cleaning, organizing, decluttering, purging, redecorating, or decorating it for the first time and making it more my style. This house was a rental for a few years and it's just dirty. Like, no lie, the other day I was trying to clean the stove, and that turned into me Brillo patting the stove, which turned into me lifting up the stove and my husband and I vacuuming things out and like scrubbing things down, and now it's like actually really clean and spotless and I love it. But you know, that's just the kind of like disgustingness that we're working with in this house. It's actually really disgusting. But I wanted to share with you guys. So in the next few videos, you guys are gonna have my morning routine, you're gonna have my evening routine, you're gonna have the kids routine, and all those things. And then I was thinking of doing like a weekly clean with me, or maybe like a bi-weekly clean with me on Mondays, like everyone does it, Motivate Monday, Motivate Me Monday, Motivating Monday, whatever you want to call it. Basically where they're cleaning, they're showing you how they're cleaning, they're showing you what they're cleaning, they're showing you a routine, whatever. And I know these are all said and done, but I mean, you see it on everyone's video. It's so motivating. I love these videos. So if you don't love these videos, don't watch it. That's the beauty of YouTube. But if you do like these videos, and hopefully I'm motivating you, or you can share some tips with me, or I can share some tips with you, and we're all just cleaning and purging and decluttering and maybe even learning something new along the way. So I'm trying to get to the point that I can do how I did my cleaning in New England, where it was a zone type cleaning, where you did your morning routine, you did your evening routine, and then every day you had something you were working on that was a task. And then I also had my like daily to do. I'm gonna go grab my notebook, and then I'm gonna go over kind of what my routine is and how it's gonna work for me in this period of the new year, where I really, you know, things aren't going to be 15-minute tasks. My quick clean of your stove and oven isn't going to be a quick clean of your stove and oven, because I'm going to have to get 2, 4, 5 years of grime and other people's dirt off of my stove before I can get it to a point that it's acceptable for me, where then I will be in the point that I can just go like that and it'll be 15 minutes of cleaning. So I have my planner, and then I have my just notebook. I have a 5-section notebook, and in it I have things like my cleaning stuff. I have an area for budgeting. I have an area for like kids and like all the stuff that they need. I have an area for Christmas, and I have an area just to brain dump. So my daily routine, in my planner, I should backtrack a little bit. So in my planner, the middle section is going to always be my cleaning for the day. I always put zone cleaning here, which is stupid, I don't need to, and then I have to-do list. So I have my daily routine, my daily PM routine, and then there are 4 hearts in between that I can add whatever I need to add. So my daily morning routine consists of like unloading the dishwasher, tidying up the kitchen, getting the kids off to school. I typically stay in the kitchen and the dining room while my kids are eating their breakfast and getting ready for school. I pull their lunch boxes out, get them ready to go, send them off to school, cleaning up. You know, by the time they're going to school, my kitchen is typically clean. I'm washing down the dining room table, and then I'm moving on to my living room. Tidy up my living room, pick up the blankets and pillows. If I need to vacuum. My husband bought me a Roomba for Christmas, so thankfully I'm not having to vacuum as much. And just generally tidy up the downstairs. And then I set Ellie up for whatever schooling we're going to do, because this is a huge part of something that has to be in my routine this year. So I set her up for school, and it's always in my planner of what I've decided for her to do that day, or she may have an off day. If she has an off day, then she gets to watch TV. And then I run upstairs and I tidy everyone's rooms. I fix the beds, pick up anything off the floor that the kids have left there. Typically the kids' job is to tidy up their room in the morning, so I shouldn't have to do too much. Once I've grabbed all the laundry, then I throw a load in the laundry if I don't have to do someone's laundry that day. I'm trying to do a person's load a day. So like Trevor's on Monday, Aubrey's on Tuesday, etc. If not, I can just do everything that I've kind of gathered, so that I'm always doing a load a day. I do always have a load of laundry a day between clothes, bedding, pillows, rugs, blankets, you know, everything that you need to do. After I do that, I do a really quick clean of my downstairs bathroom and just get it clean. I like that bathroom to really, in all honesty, be spotless. In case anyone comes over, in case anyone needs to use the bathroom, it's clean, it's tidy, it's ready to go. I like that one to be decluttered. That bathroom just has to stay clean. It works good for my brain. And now after this, after I do my morning routine, then I either get showered and ready for the day, or I go into my gym clothes and we're gonna start going to the gym. I have to start working out again. I used to work out on a very regular basis up really until we moved, and I need to get back into that habit. So I'm just starting out for the month of January. I'm working out 2 mornings a week, and then I'm gonna walk 1 weekend day. That's all I'm doing. So 2 days a week, I do need to get into my gym clothes and get my butt to the gym. One of those days, Ellie has ballet, so I know that that's a shoo-in. And then my other day, I think, is going to be Thursdays. It's just easier that way. If I'm not going to the gym, then I need to get myself ready for the day, whether it be just taking a shower and putting on, you know, kind of bum around the house clothes, or take a shower, doing makeup, whatever. As soon as I'm done getting ready, then I will tidy up the upstairs bathrooms, just a quick wash down. I will not be doing that to my kids' bathroom every day. I will do it every few days because that is their chore as well. All 3 of the bigger kids have that task 1 day a week, so I only have to do it 1 or 2. And then by this time, the laundry that I threw in should be done, and I'll switch it over to the dryer so that that's going. It's not sitting in my washing machine, and it's ready to go. And then I will do my weekly tasks. So I have 6 tasks because 1 day I can have off. If I want to do all my tasks 1 day and just have 1 deep cleaning day, I can do that, but it's able to change, and it doesn't have to be like, oh, I was too busy on Tuesday, I didn't get my dusting done, now I have to wait until next week. That's not how it's going to work for me. So my weekly tasks are things like dust every single thing in the house, do the windows, vacuum or sweep, mop, deep clean the bathrooms, and do laundry. Those are my daily tasks. So like I said, it can be 1 day a week, it can be weekly. It'll be a matter of whenever I'm sitting down with my planner, I'll have to decide, okay, what do I have time for this week? How many appointments do we have? How many times do I have to be out of the house? You know, what do we have going on? And then you know, that's kind of that for the day. And then my evening routine is just basically after I start cooking dinner, you know, wash the table and chairs down. After everyone eats, clean the counters, load and start the dishwasher, hand wash any dishes and leave them out to dry, tidy up the living room if I can, and set up the Roomba. So basically make sure that there's nothing on the floor that's going to stop the Roomba from being able to go through and do its thing overnight, because we have our Roomba set to go off at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it cleans up throughout the night, and then it's typically docked before we even wake up. Sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and hear it, and it does go for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours sometimes. So yeah, there's that. So then I have my zones. So these are my zones, and in all honesty, I looked on YouTube, I looked just at my schedule, I looked at things that have worked for me in the past, and I made a zone type of cleaning thing. So I have 5 zones, but I think I'm going to need to add an extra zone. So I have my office, and I tried to think of 5 tasks so that I have something to do every single day. So I have desk and paperwork. That's going to be easy. Coupons, again, easy. Filing, easy. Deep dusting, very easy. And clean up my computer. So my office zone is going to go like that. It's going to be one where if I have a busy week, that's one that I can do very, very quickly. And then I have my kids zone, which is go through their drawers and closets, make sure that their clothes are all set, that they don't have anything too stained or small or whatever in there. Reorganize their drawers as they tend to get messy throughout the week, and just go through that. I have 1 day where I deep clean their bathroom. I have a day where I go through all of their doors and baseboards. I have a day where I go through their fans and windows, and then I have a day for special projects. Fans and windows. Windows are going to take me some time in this house. These windows are very dirty. We spent the month of November like sticking them. They were all stuck from not opening all the time. So that is something that's going to take some time for me. In all honesty, I may focus on like a window a day, but this is not going to be a 15-minute task. Again, cleaning some of the doors and baseboards, it's not going to be a 15-minute task. So, you know, it is what it is. I also need to put in here a time to clean trash bins. So again, I think that's going to be in that extra zone that I have, where I'll have 6 zones instead of 5. And then I have my master. So my master bathroom needs a deep clean. My closet and drawers, again, I need to do the same thing that I did with my kids. When I do my master deep clean, I need to go through all of my drawers, see if there's any makeup that I need to get rid of, just really deep clean and organize and keep things moving. I want to implement a system on the inners of my cabinets that show what I have of the kids' soaps and, you know, everything, so that I know what I have and what I need. I want to get to the point that I have like a couple bath things, you know, a couple shampoos, a couple conditioners, a couple soaps, because we do kind of go through that stuff quickly. But like things like cleaners and stuff like that, I only really want 1 of those. So I'm trying to get to the point that I'm using up what we have, and it's good because it's going to be good for our budget. And then I have a day for doors and baseboards. I have a day for fans, windows, and lamps. And then I have a day for special projects, deep cleaning, stuff like that. My master bedroom actually isn't all that messy, but this one does tend, like the floors tend to get a little bit messier in this one. But again, it's going to be the same thing, that deep cleaning those windows and just organizing things and finding a better spot for things. And like I have a project where I want to clean up all these wires that are under my TV and get the strip like we had in our old house. So things like that, you know, that's that good special project. So then I have 2 times of kitchen and dining room. So the first one is I need to clean like the rugs and under the sink and like really deep clean the floor and stuff like that. The next one, I have drawers. So my pull-out drawers, I need to go through, pull everything out, clean it, make sure everything I need is there. If I need to reorganize anything, all of that. And then just like the washing stuff. So if I need to replace my sponge, if I need, you know, get all of my aprons and towels and all that stuff and get rid of that stuff to wash. One day I have inner cabinets. So all of the inner parts of my cabinets. And then on Thursdays I have fridge clean out because I'm going to go grocery shopping on Thursdays or Fridays. And then on Fridays I have the inner part of my pantry. And then here I put closet, but I think that's going to go into that 6th zone. Again, I've been working on this since October, trying to get this figured out. So then my second kitchen dining room zone. So the first one I have is oven and soak my racks. I've been really working hard to get my oven clean. I found a way, I guess, to clean the grates of the oven, so I'm hoping to do that soon. So again, and that project's going to take some time. So we have that, and then I have counters, dishwasher, and garbage disposal for one day. I have my cabinets, that's going to be my lower cabinets. The inner cabinets was my upper cabinets. So I have the cabinets, the pantry door, and the baseboards and island. I need to clean that all down. And then one day I have lights, fans, and windows, which you don't think it's a long time, but I have a door, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have like 7 or 8 windows in there. So that's going to take some time too. And then I have the dining room chairs and tables, which is something I suck at. I hate doing that. But, you know, I do need to, like, I need a day for trash cans. I need a day to organize my entryway. I need a day to go through like my porch and that, you know, maybe my front yard, like clean up dog poop and stuff like that. And then to go through my garage. But then I also need a time for the playroom. So I'm thinking I'm going to make one more zone in this, and I'll have a 6-week rotating zone. And the way you do it is you pick a task every day and you do that task, and it's supposed to not take you that long so that you're not cleaning a super long time. So I know for the first 2 to 3 months of the year, I'm going to be cleaning a lot. I'm going to be deep cleaning a lot, but we're kind of on like a budget freeze or whatever. So basically what we did as of January 1st, we took every single penny out of our checking account and we put it into our savings account. We have a house savings account. We took every single penny out of our house savings account, or out of our like a sinking funds savings account, put it into our house fund. So now we have a huge house fund, and it's there if we need it. But the point of that was to get very strict with our budget again. We don't have extra to fall back on. We don't have our sinking funds right now. We don't have anything. We have what's coming in from my husband's paychecks, and typically January, February, March are kind of quiet in the automotive industry, really until people start getting their tax returns. So we did that in order for us to go on like a financial freeze kind of, to purge, to sell things that we're not needing, to get in the habit of deep saving again and being really strict with our budget, and you know, just being fiscally cheap, and you know, Dave Ramsey and all that stuff. So it was kind of nerve-wracking. And I mean, I know that like if an emergency happens, it's there, but we're like, we made the goal. We are not touching that savings account all year long. We want to build back up our savings and our sinking funds and all that. So our ultimate goal is to have like $10,000 saved up by the end of the year again, into our like sinking funds. And then that's going to be our, because when we buy our house is going to be a for sale by owner, so we won't have many closing costs. Like we'll have to pay like a title fee and you know, stuff like that, and then you obviously have to put like your down payment down for the house, and then like your, you know, like $1,000 earnest money or whatever, and then you have to just like, I think, I don't know how it works. We may have to like, you know, pay ahead our taxes and stuff like that too. I don't remember how it all works, but so then that money can cover all of that. Plus it's a good start to have like money to do some of the projects that we want to do. So I think doing all of this decluttering, purging, deep cleaning, in a time where we are trying to be very budget conscious and savvy and just cheap, I think it's gonna all go together very well. So on Mondays, you are gonna have these budget, cleaning, just let's see if we can get some stuff done in this house type of vlogs. And they'll obviously be filmed throughout the week, but I think it's going to be a good thing to give me something to do throughout the week that's, you know, obviously making me feel better about my home and my environment, and then seeing like more savings and less spending, and just all that. I'm really excited. I'm really excited that we have, you know, our house money that is ready to go for like our down payment, and we'll have, you know, no PMI anymore, and a nice chunk paid off on our mortgage and all that stuff. And then we're also going to walk into a house that's nice and clean and, you know, updated and decorated the way that we want. So it's not like when you buy a typical house and you have to go and like buy all new furniture and spend all this time cleaning and all that stuff. And I know that it's basically the same thing, I'm just doing it over a year period, but it feels better not being like stressed about a new house or anything like that. Like it's gonna feel good that like we know what we need and we can budget accordingly, so that it's not like a huge surprise when we buy a house. So I'm very excited for this year and this new cleaning routine. And I know that like cleaning routines, like you're a loser, why are you getting excited about a cleaning routine? But I am actually diagnosed with OCD, and in my head, in my mind, I just work better when I have a nice, neat, clean environment and an organized thing and like a planner and notebook. And it's also just fun to share and hear other people's ideas. I've gotten so many great ideas from you guys, and I know that this year will just be even better. So yeah, there's kind of like a Motivate Me Monday type update. Sorry, it was really long-winded. I didn't mean for it to be that long of a video, but yeah, if there's anything in particular you would like to see, you know, this way, let me know. I will not be sharing my budget. I'm not going to go over budget numbers. I do Dave Ramsey. There's plenty of other people out on YouTube that show you how to do that. We just make sure that our percentages are what he recommends, and we're always saving, and saving comes first over everything besides our home and our food and our children. So yeah, there's that, and I'll see you guys in my next video.